Coverage E is personal liability. Personal liability is going to cover slip, trip, falls, dog bites, things like that. Things that you could be sued for. Now, here's something that's interesting. There's a couple of options inside of your liability on a homeowner's policy. You could have just a straight premise liability, which means it's just going to cover if something happens on your premise. It's not actually giving you personal liability. And that's fine if all you're worried about is someone slips on your property, there's a dog bite or something along those lines. But when you have a personal liability that is part of your homeowner's policy, that gives you liability worldwide for you. So if you're on vacation and somebody trips on your luggage or you cause something to happen, not a car accident, because that's separate and there'd be another discussion, but you cause something to happen where your dog bites somebody off premise and they're turning around and suing you, then it's covered. So I recommend making sure that if possible, again, that you have personal liability, not just premise liability. And with that personal liability, there's an option that most carriers should offer, good carriers will offer, is personal injury included with that personal liability. Personal injury covers the things like libel and slander. In our modern age of Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, or X now, it is important to have that personal injury, because if you post something online that becomes offensive to somebody and they decide to press that issue and they want to sue you because of what you posted or how you posted it, especially even if you have kids that are posting things online, it can open you up to a lawsuit that may not be covered anywhere if you don't have personal injury included with your homeowner's policy. So it's something I personally carry on my own policy, and I recommend to all of my customers to carry that coverage, because it could become a huge lightning rod, depending what happens in your community, what's happening online, and it's a great defense. And again, it's not very expensive. Typically, I think it runs around $20 a year. Mind you, all these things can add up. So you got to be careful and make sure that you're buying the coverage for the things that you care about, the things that you want to protect yourself against, and just being smart with what you're spending your money on.